Welcome to Ryan Field on the campus of Northwestern University and home to the Wildcats, where the purple-clad fans are eager to get this one started. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense takes the field to start this game off. And we've said many times that tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tight end now in motion. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. And they'll bring him down for the sack.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They booted away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will get the ball for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down coming up.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Williams looking for a man. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give on the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Gets it out quickly.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. You should just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Got his man downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Back to throw, it's Bell. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. From the gun, give on the inside. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first two possessions. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Bell. The screen, he can go. There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
It's caught. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got the first down, looking for more. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Quick spin on the run. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Williams will pass. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. Oh, he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Motion from the back. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he he goes again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Kennesaw State right back to work.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Williams looking for a man. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Northwestern, 0.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
2nd down coming up.
Off the play fake. Looking left. Quickly complete. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Good enough for
to the air on 1st down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bell. Fakes to grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Northwestern will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. He'll start this drive going to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll pull it on the read. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Might as well stick with him. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Kennesaw State right back to work.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's got an open man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Williams will pass. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 25 over Tulane. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on first down. He wants to go deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll off one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Clinton. Flips it out in the flat. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Fires into traffic, picked off.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's Rodgers. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Line getting set on second down. The give headed toward right tackle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Dean. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They'll move the tight end. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
Northwestern will kick it off as we start the third quarter. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Off play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Kennesaw State right back to work. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Clinton. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Brings up second and goal.
He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Touchdown, Northwestern! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job of their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside. That's why he scored.
They'll line up to go for 2. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play.
Kennesaw State, 16.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Williams looking for a man. And the missed connection on third down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. Now the play fake. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Blasted as he lets it go. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Williams will pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Stumbled to the ground. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Connection to the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And first down for the offense.
Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Finds his big tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll run play action. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it to the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll send three wideouts left, one to the right on 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Got it in the middle, it's Dean. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They get to the line quickly.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. On the option. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Kennesaw State on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Williams looking for a man. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is going all in. That offense has more options than they've had in East Lansing in some time. They're up by 24 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on second down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's a heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They'll run it on the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Kennesaw State right back to work.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going right to work up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. Snags it down the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Leaves it with the running back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback on the keeper. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That's caught. It's Johnson. After that earlier interception, they want to make sure this guy gets his rhythm back.
Yeah, and sometimes when he loses confidence, he's also not going to push the ball down the field. He doesn't want to make a mistake, and that's a tough life. You want your quarterback to play free and not worry about making that mistake. He's already made one. This is a good way to kind of get that confidence going again.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
Got it behind the line. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Williams looking for a man. Pressure coming. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. He'll pull it on the read. At the 20, he's got space. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Northwestern wants to go quickly. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Catch in the middle, it's McGee. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, Wildcats! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. War Eagle. Auburn is putting on a show offensively. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 26 over Georgia Southern. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. That's caught. It's McGee. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.